before we move on to Killjoy, I think I'll just say it now. Cypher's going to be a lot better on this map in terms of defense. Offense, Killjoy has a lot of fun lineups, but you're just not beating this trip on... You're just not beating it. There is, like, nothing they can do here. I don't think they'll be able to see that yet, or hear it. And then they just get caught by it when they jump. Guaranteed. Like, I don't think... Especially on B site, which is Killjoy's best site as well. I just, like, don't think you're going to be able to beat, like, Cypher. But now to talk about Killjoy. Defense, it's going to be rough. And I'll say it right now. Do not go anywhere near A trying to defend. You will not be able to defend it. Because it's just too open. Like, you're going to have to do one of the... You're going to have to do something like chuck a molly at the entrance. You're not going to do anything else. If you want like an actual setup, I'd try putting a molly on that circle, and then a molly on this one.
Placing swarm grenade out.
Which is still, it's pretty decent, but yeah. Or like if you want to stop them pushing over here, you can chuck one like in that corner, and then one on top of this box maybe.
Swarm grenade out.
That's pretty good, but other than that, you're just, yeah, there's not much you're gonna be able to do. So I would very much recommend going to B, and keep in mind that these are just my first looks at the map. Like, I got home and first got loaded into this map like about an hour and a half ago. Looking at B, which is I definitely think where most Sentinel players are generally going to be all the time, especially for us, don't go near A. For B, I think the best setup is going to be playing around this area, if that's somewhere where the enemies are going to keep pushing. Something that's very broken is having like one molly here, and then having another molly like on the ledge with an alarm bot. This way that they jump onto the ledge, pop both of those, and they can't run forwards, so they have to run back, which once you jump onto this ledge, you're pretty much committing to the push, and if you have to jump back, their whole push is just massively slowed down.
Recalling my bot.
Which obviously you can also just, you know, chuck mollies here, but
swarm grenade out.
that it's gonna get it will get a kill every now and again, but not really the best use of it. But against a team that's not really utilizing that much, you can just, I thought, 3 options really, and all around mollies like along this line here. This molly here is really good, like on that corner.
Swarm grenade out.
Kind of blocks off that entrance. They can just jump around the side though, which is why if you do this, you may want to, and then chuck a molly on that side as well.
Swarm grenade out.
That's gonna work decently. If they push through it a lot, you can switch it up to be a molly, even a molly more deeper on that, and then run like here.
Swarm grenade out.
That might do a lot of damage if they start running towards default, which looks like a very good. But then their counter to that is to just come over here. So it's a lot of things that look good, but there's a way to counter them. Or you can just slow down pushes by using a molly like here, just out from it a bit, and then a molly just on about there, which that works really well. Blocks off that, kind of blocks them off from jumping here. Even if you put that a bit further across, and then this one a bit further across, it'll do a bit of damage here, and it'll stop that push and stop them from running here. That's probably going to be the best one, or using what I showed before. And then A, like I said, don't go near it. One thing I haven't checked yet, which is, how does this alarm bot work? Yeah, so alarm bot won't cover both, but you could just have like a turret up here. That'll probably be a good turret. Holds all of that jump.
Coming back.
Or if you want like an early info turret, chuck one back here. That'll hold both.
Calling my bot.
In terms of ults, this site is an okay ult. Okay,
Initiated. My ultimate is ready.
that ult there. And how much does this molly cover?
Bomb grenade out.
Yeah, it almost works. Someone probably could find a lineup for that, but it also doesn't work because the lineup I use, you can't see because of the lockdown, like, sphere. But, other than that, flank turret on B, you can just chuck a turret here, aim it right so that it sees both.
Placing sentry.
Sees there, and then sees that flank.
Bot coming back.
And then A is an easy flank turret, you've only got one place to push from. You can chuck a turret like anywhere around here just to hold the flank. In terms of setups for mid, we're not going to be setting up here, obviously, unless you're playing for info, which in that case, a turret like towards the top of the stairs here is very good.
Turret
About the middle of those stairs, I think it was. That will hold. That'll hold this. It'll see this if they try to push, and it'll see if they try to push them down here. It won't catch them if they lurk up here, which you'll have to tell your teammates to be careful of. But it will still get them if they try to actually come around and, like, flank you.
Bot coming back.
But it could just surprise someone if they think a turret's holding it and then they come around and get shot from there. Yeah, I really like this map for lineups. And I'm going to have a lot of fun with it in the Swift plays until the map comes out in comp, getting, probably, hopefully farming some clips. But I'll start with A, and one thing that both sites have is that they have it, like, on default, or what I think is going to be default, they have, like, a ledge where you can volley, and that'll hit everything. Even if they crouch. Same as on B side, they have one of those ledge. For this, I don't know where default's going to be yet, but I found a lineup for there to cover all that. I found a lineup for
Placing swarm grenade.
the bridge, and then I did find a lineup for here, which is the safest plant because over there is visible to heaven, but you do have to push up pretty far. So I found one for all of those. So for all of those, what you want to do is come back into this corner here, and then for default,
Here.
you want to aim just at the top of this, aim a little bit higher if you want it to be a bit less risky, and then just jump through.
Swarm grenade.
Lands on that box.
Swarm grenade out.
And then for the bridge plant, what you want to do is aim your turret where in this little connection here. Turret symbol like that. And
Placing
jump
swarm
through.
grenade.
And then for the back plant, aim on this green bit here
Placing
and jump
swarm
through.
grenade.
Bridge, and then the back plant.
Swarm grenade out.
Which, one thing I better do is check whether we can hear the bomb here.
Spikes down.
I'd say you should be able to, but I really hope. So yeah, default you can hear the bomb, that's good.
Spikes down.
We might not be able to. No, we can still hear bomb and hear tap, that's good.
Is everyone's tech still working? Double check it, please.
And then I did have one more for A because I'm stupid, and when I started looking for lineups for it, I started looking from the wrong side of the map. For some reason, I was looking around here, just checking everything out, and then decided to start looking for lineups, and forgot that I was on the wrong side of the map. So I do have a couple here, but from this corner, I've got one for the bridge and for that safe plant, not one for default, because I've never seen a tree that's more annoying than this one. So for the bridge plant, what you want to do is just aim like in this gap here, and you can either aim down here a bit, where my crosshair is, or like along this dark bit. I'm just going to probably aim along this dark bit, it's pretty easy to like replicate.
Placing swarm
And then
grenade.
jump through, that's your bridge plant. And then for the safe plant, you want to aim like in this gap up here.
Placing swarm grenade.
There's your bridge,
Swarm grenade out.
and there's that
Swarm
safe
grenade
plant.
out.
That's if you're playing That's how, if you somehow sneak into the defender's side of the map, say if they all go heaven or rotate through mid, you might be able to make that jump, come back here. Won't be visible if they cross there. In terms of the B lineups though, amazing. Like I said, B also has one of these edges where you can place lineup, get mollies, because if you can, because people will look for mollies if they're going to land at their feet. They can just shoot them, but they don't expect a molly to land behind them on a box, which makes them pretty much way harder to shoot, and they won't get destroyed. That, and just like old icebox, we have a box here.
Placing swarm grenade.
If it wants to work.
Placing swarm grenade.
Okay.
Placing swarm
you can
grenade.
just chuck mollies in there.
Swarm grenade out.
And for B right now, I'm assuming that somewhere around this box is going to be default, or right where you can start planning here, or for a really safe plant in this back corner, which I'm now realizing my lineup is very inconsistent for. And everything pretty much has to be jump throws here because of buildings being really annoying. They've designed this map very anti-lineup. But for an easier lineup that, not really easier, but a closer lineup, which you can get pushed in, what you want to do is, I don't know the best way to line it up yet, but you've got the corner of this leaf here, and putting that corner of the molly HUD there, which means you can also line it up like here with your turret, like that. Pretty much the same thing. Or if you want to line up with your crosshair, come to this, and then come across back to there. Yeah, that's it. And all of those just jump through to get a molly landing on top.
Swarm grenade out.
Hitting all of that area and not being really shootable. And then also for default, if you're getting pushed there, come back into this corner. And now these are probably the two best lineups. We're using like this corner here as our like point of reference, and it's that same bit of HUD. That will land like in front, like on the ground. But to get two different hard mollies to shoot, you can either go down a bit, which will land in those like canister things, and be really hard to shoot. It's a jump throw, or you can come across a bit from it like that.
Placing swarm grenade.
And that will land on top. Which that one didn't work too well, but that second one lands on top, and that first one is pretty hard to shoot. Because if the bomb's planted here, they're not going to be able to shoot that, and if the bomb's planted here, they also have to turn around to shoot that. And sometimes that one will, I'll see if I can get one, sometimes that one will like land almost behind and be really hard to shoot. Like that, a bit more. You can get one that, yeah, you can make it land back there.
Bomb grenade out.
So that's the default lineups. And now these next two, one for there and one for in the back corner. That closer one, these ones have to be from this corner, because you just can't get anything from back here. You either won't go far enough if it's here, and from here, which I did try to find lineups for, you do have one for default. If you want, you can aim like in this corner and jump through.
Swarm grenade.
But you can't get one for the other side, as much as I tried.
Swarm grenade out.
So from up in this corner, what you can do is, for that closer plan, what you want to do is just up here, look for this like pattern here, this kind of rectangle above this massive one, and then you're looking at this corner here where they all kind of meet, and that one is a jump throw.
Placing swarm grenade.
And another note, this like bar here, this beam is going to, if you're not careful with your lineups, this beam will mess up like all of them. But that one will land there.
Swarm grenade out.
And then for that far back corner, what you can do is come into the same corner, and this one is really, we'll probably have to find a better one for it, but if it turns out to be a commonly planted spot. But because this one's very hard to mess up, because it's not like an straight jump
Placing
throw,
swarm grenade.
and it's not a normal throw. It's one of those,
Swarm
and you
grenade
also
out.
don't throw it at the peak of your jump.
Placing swarm
So you
grenade.
kind of throw it like a second
Placing
after
swarm
you jump.
grenade.
But that's not the lineup. But
Swarm grenade out.
what you want to do is, you can see this pattern here in this rock. Come just a bit out from it, like in the middle, and then do the throw I was talking about. Jump, throw it like a little bit after you jump.
Placing swarm grenade.
And if I don't mess it up, yeah, and then it lands in
Swarm
that back
grenade
corner.
out.
That's the one I was, considering might work with the ult, if you can find a better one for it. But now, the best lineup I have found so far is not a post plant lineup, it's a, like, site taking lineup. Because, pretty easy to tell, one of the most common positions for sentinels to place, particularly, and just other people, is they're going to play behind here. To either peek that jump, or then peek out this side, and just hold stuff. So, very easy to clear out with a molly I found. I somehow, like, second tried it. If you come up against the same box we were up against before, you come to, like, the middle of it. And then for this one, what you want to do is find, like, now this corner of this darker rock, this corner, and then come across to this line. Like that. And jump through that
Placing
one.
swarm grenade.
And that lands like that, very perfectly,
Swarm grenade out.
and clears out anyone playing back here. They either have to swing all the way out and be visible, or they have to swing all the way out and be visible to all of this. So, as your team's pushing in, just chuck that one, and that'll probably kill a lot of people.
Thrifty.
How have I died there? Okay, I mean, that's pretty much it anyway. That's setups for B, setups for A, which you don't want to play on anyway, lineups for both, flank turrets, and the ults for both sites are okay. The closest thing I can think of is it's like ulting on like A site, Ascent. Covers a lot, but there's always that back corner that will not get covered, and you have to be careful of. But they'll still both be pretty good, especially that one on B, which only leaves that back corner and Heaven, which you can just smoke off. Other than that, like I said, setups, defense, it's gonna be really bad for Killjoy, looking like it. It looks like it either might be a more info play style, or if you're gonna play the damage setups, if they're hard pushing sites, stick to B, don't go anywhere near A unless you need to. And lineups going to be really fun, but obviously a lot of this and my setups could change once we see other people's point of views, and also once we kind of see how it's playing out, and after I've played the map a bit, which I'll start doing now. So this is what you can use for now. Map does look fun, and enjoy these lineups.